All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right. Welcome to another episode of ASAP. We're a little light tonight on analysts. It's just me and Logan, me Babyface. Everybody else has got priorities going on, things going on, all kinds of craziness. But as always, the show will and always will go on. Logan, how is it going, my brother?
What up, man? Hey, like you said, it don't matter if we got 6 people on the show, 10, or just us 2. We are always going to provide some high-quality sports content 3 times a week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so crazy things. It looks like the Yankees are definitely coming back down to earth. They are now about a half game ahead of the Astros. So we really cut into that lead. But we're all about 2.5 to 4 games behind the Dodgers. Real quick, what was your impersonation of the first game between the Dodgers and Padres? Considering, because I kind of thought that was a statement game. They took about, I think it was an 8-1 over the Padres.
Pretty high scoring game.
How crazy is that? I mean, is that a hell of a statement or what?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is for a team who we know is, really going for it and really trying to gain some leverage and at least, the Padres are the hottest, most talked about team right now, but the Dodgers, I mean, let's not forget they're leading the division. They have the best record in baseball right now. They have the most wins, and they got about 20 All-Stars on their team. So I'm glad that, I'm not glad, but I'm not shocked to see the Dodgers performing this well right out of the All-Star break. I mean, they're probably the hottest team out of the break so far.
Exactly, and especially, with the whole reload of the Padres and everything that they added. I mean, now granted, I don't know. I didn't look at the box score to see if Juan Soto was actually in that lineup. I'm assuming that he was. Do you know if he was? I think he was.
Let me check real quick. Let's see. I'm pulling it up. Juan Soto he went 1 for 3 on the night. Looks like it was just a single from what I can see. So he went 1 for 3. Bell went 1 for 3 as well, but he got, looks like he scored a run. And then Drury, who they got from our boy Chris's Reds, he got an RBI. So all the new guys are still putting in work, right? I mean, this early on, they're still putting in that work. I mean, they only got 4 hits as a team. Because they got Gonsolin on the mound, who's a Cy Young Award potential winner, definitely a candidate. He was basically unhittable again.
Hey, what's going on, Mickey Delaney? I told you we was going to be there. Hey, listen, man, Logan's old. He's not as young as he used to be. It takes him a little while to get to the computer. So, you just got to bear with us a little bit.
Relax, man.
He's learning how to shave. It took him a little while to get past the instructional part. Look, just bear with us, okay?
I was actually reading the instructions in Japanese at first, Jay. It took me a second. But once I flipped the page, then it was in English, and I understood it.
Bro, I tell you, I can only imagine. I would just love to see the first time you ever shaved in your life. That's got to be the craziest thing ever. Like, if you ever, like, legitimately, no, and I'm not even being rude. I'm just saying, like, because I just don't see you growing a lot of face. I mean, have you shaved?
I do. It's just, I can't, I'm definitely not able to grow a beard like you. I can't do that. But I've tried to grow it out before. It hasn't looked the greatest, so I just gave up. And, just clean face is just the best look for the time being. Maybe as I get older and more wiser and mature.
Is that you saying that, or was that the fiance, girlfriend, and all that in between? Was that her saying that? Like, was she saying, "Hey, babe, this ain't happening"? You gotta.
I'll say it's a 50-50 split, right? We'll say that, and we'll move on from that.
No, hey, listen, if I had my choice over this luxurious beard or my rapidly diminishing hairline, I would much rather have the hair and not have the facial hair if I could have a nice hairline.
If
So
you could swap what you got right now, that's what you'd want.
yeah, yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Also, thank you, Mickey.
Mickey Delaney says my voice sounds better. Well, you know what, Mickey? My cat ate the damn cord, so now I got a cord, as you can see from my mic. So now, it's amazing what a microphone can do for you. Again, hey, one last thing before we get into the actual topics, I wanted to talk about real quick was Kershaw is now back on the DL with that lower back strain. And I'm curious, as anything you have, and he's had chronic lower back pains. This is not new to him. But now he's on the IL, Logan. And what is this going to mean for them? Because we don't know how long he's going to be on the IL for.
I think for them, for the Dodgers, and for Kershaw personally, as long as he can come back in September, I think that's what they're shooting for, right? It's early August. They're still maintaining a good sized lead for first. And I don't think he'll be out for the season, nothing crazy like that, because it is, it's lower back pain, but it's not being, I don't think it's been diagnosed as anything. But like you said, we don't know how long he'll be on the DL for. I think he's going to miss a start for sure. We don't know how many. But I mean, with the way that the rest of the Dodgers, the pitching staff, the bullpens, the starting lineup has been so far this year, I don't think they're going to miss him a whole lot. But they are going to miss him in the locker room, though. Just out there in the helping out the young guys when it comes to crunch time and the playoffs coming up soon.
Because that was really my question was is not so much now, but crunch time. I mean, do you think that he's going to be available in the postseason, or do you think this is going to nag at him?
I think he'll pitch through it. I mean, obviously we know that Clayton, he's a great pitcher, Hall of Famer, and has done a lot for the game. I don't think that this is going to put him out of action for the postseason. Right now, he's listed on the 15-day injured list right now. We don't know if that's going to maintain it, if they're going to move it. But, I mean, he's done it. He's had a pretty good year so far, right? I think people kind of forget that he's an all-star. And after, a few kind of pedestrian seasons in 21 and 20, he's had a really good bounce-back year, really good ERA, 2.64, 7-3 on the year. Good strikeouts and whatnot, as he always does. And I think he'll be able to pitch through because, man, the postseason, we know that in recent times, in recent memory at least, he's been better, but collectively, not the greatest postseason pitcher. But you never know, man. It's kind of hit or miss with him. It really is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because Clayton Kershaw has a nasty history of being injured and missing games. And that's just kind of, when I see that now, and and we're in the second half of the season, and it's that lower back, which is what he always has.
Yeah.
The first thing that goes off in my mind is, okay, yeah, he's not going to be dependable this year. Like he's at some point, I wouldn't be surprised. But again, we'll have to wait and see. For Jonathan Mathis, he's praying that he comes back, because I honestly think if there's no Kershaw in the postseason, that these Dodgers aren't going to make it. If there's no Kershaw, if they have Kershaw, they'll be fine. But
right, yeah. From what I've kind of been scurrying through the internet, it looks like anywhere from maybe 2 to 4 starts or 2 to 4 weeks. So he'll miss a short amount of time, but he'll still be back by early September. It looks like that's what they're shooting for right now, late August.
That's gonna be good for them then. That way he doesn't miss too much time and he doesn't have to do too much rehabbing.
I think and I think they'll keep on a low pitch count probably for the rest of the season, just so they don't
they're gonna keep
re-aggravate that. Just because, like I said, just because he is older, right? He is older. He has had issues with his back and his career. So I think that he'll be on a pitch count or an innings limit or whatnot for probably the rest of the season, just as a precaution, because you do not want him to go down in October when it matters most. Damon said if Kershaw plays postseason, I don't know about postseason, man. Postseason, you got multiple months to recover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that
I didn't know he's going to be on limited pitch counts. I can't imagine him, they're going to have a set number for him. And then, of course, postseason. I mean,
Yeah,
at that
postseason.
point,
Postseason, I'm throwing it out the window. I don't care. I'm getting me a championship. I don't care if my back's in a little bit of
you're not
pain.
going to care.
Right. If he's pitching well, keep him in there. If he ain't, take him out. It's that simple. I don't care about pitch limits at that point.
All right, folks. Hey, so
Boy.
Thursday we did the kind of what started out was who was the best defensive player ever, and then it quickly turned into the Mount Rushmore of defense. So
we did offense.
Obviously, Logan is keeping it going for us, which I like. I have no issues with it.
Right.
We're doing the Mount Rushmore on offense.
So I think, Jay, the way we can figure this out, right?
Yeah.
Is I know there's 4 on the screen. We'll get 5, right? I think it's only fair. We could have a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, and a tight end, or we could have 2 wide receivers instead of a tight. I don't care.
We can do whatever you want. Hell, I did the whole damn line.
You did the whole line. Oh, gee, all right. You went all the way then. Let's just start spitballing.
I didn't know how many positions we were doing. I didn't want to be unprepared. So.
Oh, I know you didn't. So let's start spitballing some names out there. Which position you want to start with first? Quarterback, I guess.
Start with the obvious one. Let's just start with the quarterback. We'll go quarterback, running back, fullback. We can hit the offensive line, tight end, wide receiver, and we'll just do that direction.
All right. So quarterback.
I think
who do you?
I think it's Tom Brady. Nobody's going
to about to say Thomas Edward Brady or whatever.
Yeah, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Patrick Brady, get it right,
bro.
Yeah, so obviously him. All right, I guess we'll do running back. This is where it gets a little tough because there's a lot of good running backs.
There are, and this is one of those categories where honestly, in my opinion, Logan, if you go by stats alone, you're going to automatically throw out Emmett because he's number 1.
Right.
But if you look at natural ability and you look at all the other things that go along with that, I don't think necessarily that Emmett was number 1. And he had the stats, but
yeah,
and that's what you have to. We're gonna go stats, or we're gonna go natural ability. How are we gonna judge that?
Because you also, of course, you got Barry Sanders, you've got Sweetness, Walter Payton, you got you got Jim Brown in there as well, and there's a lot of good running backs, man.
You're right.
I think
that's why it's hard to choose.
I don't know. Maybe we should base it off of. I'm kind of leaning towards Walter Payton a little bit because I don't know, man. He just got it done whenever.
Well, you're not going to get an argument out of me. If you want to,
going
to say Payton, Walter Payton, I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah, it's just a tough one, man. But I think I'm a rock with Payton. He's got multiple awards named after him, and he's a tremendous running back. So I think we'll settle with a Sweetness for the running back. So far, we got a great team already.
Yeah, the only knock I have was I just felt like Barry. Well, we'll still say with Sweetness, but Barry, and like I said, you're not going to go wrong with Barry.
Barry. Yeah, you could change those
Barry
out either day.
Damn offensive line, that dude.
No, and he still got it done.
But I like Sweetness, and if you look at Sweetness' size, he's not the kind of guy that's going to run you over. So he's going to have to finesse the crap out of you.
Oh yeah,
or pray to God that there's a hole. If he wants to get that yardage, but most of it came by the way of finesse, and that guy can cut and he can finesse.
All right, let's move.
We'll stick with Walter Payton. I have no problem with that.
All right, let's go on to I guess fullback then.
Oh man, I can't imagine there. You could say Moose Johnson, and I would not be upset with you. But I got to be honest with you, man. I always love the way Mike Allstott handled it for Tampa.
Yeah. That's of course I grew up with Allstott too, and obviously he's a monster on the field.
Yeah,
and I am leaning towards him. Some other names like you mentioned we could throw out there. I guess you could put Jim Brown in there because back in the 50s or whatever, it wasn't really classified as running back, fullback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also some guys. Who else? Bronco, right? McGursky, old school. Riggins, right? With the Redskins back in the day. But yeah, And of course, Zonka, right, with the
God,
Dolphins.
Riggins. I almost forgot about John Riggins from
With
at
the
that point
Redskins,
in time,
yeah.
the
Right.
Redskin. Wow, yeah, but I don't know. I'm still a Mike Allstott guy. I can't help it.
Yeah. I'm feeling All-Star just because like I grew up watching him, and he was just no one could take
Man,
him
he
down.
was just like
Half
a
a
ball
team.
boy. You give Mike the ball, and he's just crushing it.
Yeah, I like Mike Allstott. We'll stick with him for the fullback. All right, so I guess we'll do O-line. Which position you want to go with first? Tackles. We'll do left and right tackles.
Oh, yeah.
This is where it gets tough, man. Oh God. Who did you have?
I had, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't write down their positioning, but I had Orlando Pace was one of them.
Yeah.
I think Orlando Pace was just stupid good, man.
Yeah, Pace was good. I mean, I feel like we could. I mean, maybe Ogden, right? Jonathan Ogden.
Oh yeah, from the Ravens.
Yeah, that dude was a monster. 345, 350 on a light day.
Well, they didn't make the blue blind side. No, that was Michael Orr. I'm getting Orr and Ogden. Well, they were both Ravens too. I really get them confused, whatever.
Yeah. Not Ogden. Munoz, right? From the Bengals, who just got inducted a couple years ago.
Oh, Anthony Munoz.
I think you got to put him in there somewhere.
Yeah, I had Anthony Munoz on mine. I had Pace on mine. I had Munoz on mine for sure.
All right. So. Dang, okay.
And then I think for so I think are we pretty much on that? I mean, I'll give you. Are we going to Pace and Munoz for a tackle?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. We'll do Pace and Munoz for our tackles, for left and right tackles. So now we need the left and right guards.
Man, that's kind of what I wonder. So I don't think you've got to put Bruce Matthews in there. Bruce Matthews played. Good God, man!
I know his dad. I know his son was good, but people forget about how good Bruce was. You know what I mean?
Man, Bruce played. I swear to God, decades. Like that's how long he was in. He was like 20 plus, on years. I mean, you know how hard it is for an offensive lineman to go that long? That's just incredible.
Yeah, he almost played 20 years. Jay played from 83 to 01, so almost 20 years, which is insane. Of course, I'm gonna throw out Gene Upshaw. Of course, I got to throw him in there.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I honestly think I like Larry Allen for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I thought Larry Allen did a hell of a job at guard.
And I'll give Frankie some love today with John Hanna.
Yeah, you can go John Hanna.
You can put him in there as well.
You can even go Mike Munchak.
Yeah. Yeah.
He played for years alongside Bruce Matthews.
So
both those guys were really amazing. But I don't know, who do you get? I'm gonna go Bruce Matthews. Who do you? I'll let you have the other whoever you want to go. Do you want to go? You said you want to go Gene Upshaw.
Yeah, I'm a rock with Upshaw.
All right, so we got Upshaw, we got Matthews, and then we got to go with center. I think it's the last position that we got to put in.
Yeah, that's the one we're missing on the line.
Let me see what I had on there.
You do got Jim Otto potentially, got Mike Webster, right? Who's happening in the 70s through the 90s.
See, because centers always. I never really paid too much attention to the. I always look at guards and tackles. I never really.
Right, yeah, I won't forget about the centers.
I never give the centers like their attention.
And they need show some. That's what we need to do. Show some centers some love here.
I would just say, damn.
I'll go, Jay. I'll go with. Go ahead.
I'll go with Otto. Or
all right.
Webster. Either one.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. I just don't know enough at the center position by name. The only center I guess I really remember is Frederick from the Cowboys, but I don't have him at all time or anything like that. But I do have Frederick as a good center, just not. I don't have him at all time or anything like that. So I think Otto. I think you put him in there. He went. Well, he played 14.
Yeah, he played 14 seasons.
Years, 12 Pro Bowls.
And that's the thing too, Jay. He was undersized too. It wasn't like he was a big dude. He was only like 250. He's a small guy in a way.
Yeah, but you know what though? We have to keep though in mind though. Back in them days, them
Oh
them
yeah,
offensive
yeah, of
lines,
course.
I mean, it was more speed than it. I mean, look, look, the NFL nowadays is a bunch of genetic freaks.
Oh, of course, yeah,
I mean, seriously, the offensive line is just genetic freaks.
right.
I
You
mean,
don't get a bunch of
the size, the
right,
mass, the strength,
right.
the speed. I mean, it's just, I mean, the supplements that they take, just genetically how people advance, over the decades. I mean, it's incredible, right?
Oh yeah, it's insane, and just how I mean, really, I mean, just genetics in general. I mean, you go back and you look at someone in 1972, right, who was 24, and they look they look like they're in their mid 40s, and nowadays they're it's like me when they look fresh out of high school, pretty much. Damien, look,
Hey,
we're
Damien,
doing.
be quiet.
Shut up.
Hey, we can do whatever we want. Shut your mouth.
I'm about to say, watch the show on Thursday. We did exactly the same thing. All right,
Hey,
so that's our O line, our running back, our fullback, our quarterback. Let's do, I guess, tight ends, and
man,
then
you
we'll
know
do
I'm
the
going
two
Tony
receivers.
Gonzalez. You know I'm
Yeah, I
going
do love
Tony
some Tony.
Gonzalez.
I do love some
I mean,
Tony
nothing
Gonzalez,
against
man.
Gronk. Gronk is great, but
No, yeah, Gronk's up there. You got to put Newsom, Casper, Shannon Sharp too. But
yeah,
I think you got to put Gonzalez in there.
I think
All right,
Gronk was just guy forever. And then
now
wide
the tough
receiver.
ones. Now the tough one comes in, man. I think you got to put Jerry, right? You got to put Jerry Rice.
Oh, Jerry's automatic.
Jerry's automatic number one.
Jerry
But
is for
now,
the wide receiver like Tom is for QB. I mean,
yeah.
I just know there's no difference.
But now
Now it
we'll,
really
we'll
kind of comes down to if we're gonna do two,
yeah, we'll do two. Just make it fun.
do we do T.O. or do we Moss? How do we pick?
Oh, I don't know, man. This is like the biggest question for all of these. Is it's usually those two. When you look at the top wide receivers.
Right.
Oh, I mean, like I say, you got T.O., Moss. I mean, those are, I think, the only two that you can kind of come up with. I mean, you can throw the Calvin Johnsons out there, and you can throw some other
Yeah, you
guys,
can
but
definitely
I
throw the
think you got to
Megatron there
rock
for
with.
sure.
I think you got to go. I don't know. Personally, the one I enjoyed watching the most was Moss, but that was just me. So I would put Moss on mine. But I know that you had T.O. with the Cowboys for a hot minute.
We did. When I think of wide receivers, Moss was fast, tall, great hands. It was not a cancer to the team for the most part. I mean, he got along with everybody. He got along with Tom, did well in New England. So I'm going to go with Randy Moss. If you look at it from an entertainment standpoint, there was no better entertainer than Terrell
Oh,
Owens.
no. No way.
Honestly. So, I mean, it depends on, I guess, how you're looking at it. I'm just going for the physical attribute. Not that T.O. wasn't physically gifted, but
No,
I just think that T.O. was better in the locker room than Randy Moss was better in the locker room over than what T.O. was. And they both were naturally gifted at catching.
I'm about to say, if you look at the stats for him, Jay, they're pretty similar, honestly. So right. T.O. played 219 games, 1,078 catches, close to 16,000 yards, 153 touchdowns. Randy Moss, 218 games, 982 receptions, 15,000 yards, and some change, and then 156 touchdowns. So, I mean, they're really neck and neck with each other.
Right.
I mean,
right.
And plus, I mean, they played pretty similar amount of time.
When they're that close like that, I look at the X factors, right? Like, who would you rather have on your team, that's going to get you there? And I think Moss, you have a better chance with Moss than you do with T.O. And I think it's just because of chemistry. T.O. had a hard time with chemistry with his quarterbacks. Or his team, really.
So we'll go Randy Moss. Damian Charles, we did defense on Thursday. We threw Woodson and a bunch of other guys in there. I was like, Charles Woodson no play offense. Come on now. As much as I'm sure he could, because we all know corners are probably the most athletic people in the league.
For Damon, that actually fits in right because he's always a day late and $1 short, man. So
that's true. All right, well that's our Mount Rushmore. Hope you like it. If you don't, too bad. Put your own in the comments.
OBJ, where does he land? I gotta be honest with you, man. I still think he's a much favored to go back to the Rams. I don't think he leaves. I think mid-season, I don't think he's gonna be due back off that ACL until probably about mid-November. is when I have him coming back. So I think the Rams are gonna, I think they're gonna take a flyer on him. I know the GM, Sneed or Sneal, I can't say his name. I know the GM has come out and said that he wants him back from the Rams. So I think they're probably gonna be the ones making the play here. I know Dallas is gonna do it. I don't think that Tampa's necessarily going to do it, although they could. You never know.
The only teams I could think of
works out.
Yeah, the only teams I could think of as other potential suitors, right, would be the Baltimore Ravens, who are in desperate need of another option, and then also the Green Bay Packers. I mean, the Packers, you're looking at Randall Cobb, which God bless him, he's a good receiver, but he's old. And your rookie in Watson, which, I mean, that's kind of hard to trust a rookie unless you think he's that dude. So, I mean, I think, and of course, the Rams, I think, are probably going to be the best suitors because he would have signed somewhere else by now, I would think. I mean, with training camp starting. And like you said, he is injured at the moment. He's going to be out for a while. But Damien said he doesn't think Odell plays at all this season. Nah, he'll play. He'll play some. He actually had a good year last year. Once he moved from the Browns, he really picked up steam again. Because we know he was hot with the Giants, and then he cooled off some with Cleveland, and then once he went to Los Angeles, he kind of got that second win, that resurgence that he kind of needed, and that media attention where everyone's like, oh yeah, this dude is, whenever he's healthy, a great receiver and a threat.
Well, when Odell was before the injury and he was playing with the Rams, I mean, when you heard his interviews, it was like euphoric. Like he was hot, he was happy.
Oh yeah,
he was excited. Everybody was praising him. He was praising the team. I mean, it was like a match made in heaven up until the point where he got hurt, and of course, then he faded out. But everybody loved him on that team, and he was, like you said, he was excelling. The chemistry, everything was there with him and Matt Stafford, so there was no issues. But my only question is, I think he comes back, and I think he signs a very cap-friendly deal. I think it's a prove-it deal, something like that. My only thing for Odell is, number one, can he stay healthy to finish out the season? And number two, how effective will he be coming off that injury since he's missed some time, number one? And number two, I mean, that ACL, is it going to slow him down any?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of remains to be seen. I'm sure you saw that, your Des Bryant said the other day to Odell, sign with the Cowboys, go help out over there. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I mean, Odell, right? He is a little bit older at the moment. He's 29, going to be 30 in November. So I think that he'll sign maybe a 1-year, 2-year deal, maybe at most. And like I said, very, very cheap deal. He's not going to get paid a whole lot just because he is coming off of a major surgery. And we're not sure if he's going to get that explosion back in his step, if he's going to be able to get that kind of vertical we know he's got.
Right.
And so I think he'll sign a 1-2-year deal. Probably go back with the Rams at this point. All seems likely. And, see how Stafford, who we're going to talk about in a minute, and see how they can do and if they can make another deep run at it.
Yeah, again, I think if he comes back, and I think when he does come back, they're not going to use him as much. I think he gets that. I think they do the kind of like the Antonio Brown when he played with Tampa and Brady was using him. How he kind of, he's maybe like that third down, that third down guy just kind of gets you some yards. I think he's going to be a spot guy. You know what I mean? I don't think he plays all the plays. I think he comes in certain situations and plays. I think they know that they can't abuse him as much as they'd like to because, like you said, I mean, he's coming off a lot of injuries. So. But then again, I could be wrong. Hey, I think Robinson in there. Who else has they got? They got Robinson. And then it would be I don't remember who their damn wide receivers are nowadays. Cooper Cobb.
They got rid of Woods, right? Woods is gone.
Woods.
Yeah, so they got Robinson, they got Kupp, they got Jefferson.
Jefferson. That's what
those are the main ones there.
But Van Jefferson's actually coming off of injury as well. I think he had surgery or something done over the offseason.
That sounds right. I forget what it was, but I think he was kind of banged up too.
Yeah. So the Rams definitely, their receiving core is a little bit banged up. So outside of Robinson and Kupp, those are really your two guys that are 100%, which that's still a good receiving core. So
but like I said, when Odell does come back, he'll be the third option.
Right.
Maybe fourth, depending on if Jefferson, how he does. But like I say, I could see like an Odell, or excuse me, a Antonio Brown type of role once he comes back, because I don't, he's a good receiver and all, but I think he's just a little bit too injury prone over recent years to be that true number one receiver that he was back in New York.
Oh, absolutely. And then we turn our attention to Schubert. Iman Schubert was arrested at the airport.
Come on, Shump.
DFW for pot possession.
Come on, Shump. Get it together.
Hey, come on, man. And it goes further. It wasn't even just pot. So they got, I think it was 6 ounces of weed. So he had a lot on him. Yeah, he had a significant amount of weed on him. So he had 6 ounces of weed, and then he also had 14 rounds loaded in a magazine in his backpack. Now he didn't have a gun. He just had the magazine with the rounds and the pot. I mean, look. I know you're gonna say, "Well, I didn't realize it was there." I didn't go through damn security
with all that.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? You're like, oh yeah, they won't notice that. That'll be good.
I don't get it, Jay. I don't understand it. I mean, what is it with athletes and not checking their bags and not and just is it that hard, Jay, to not transport illegal drugs?
Don't these people know how to use the mail system?
Or like,
no, I don't can mail it just overnight.
I don't get it, Jay. Iman Shumpert played in the league for a bunch of years, right?
Yeah.
And he's been on many airplanes and been through many a TSA checkpoints, I'm sure. And like I said, it's DFW, it's Dallas. So, I mean, he's been there before. So why he thought he could get away with all this, I don't know. But let's not forget, man, he's coming off of a pretty hot streak of people getting his name in it, right? He just came off of winning Dancing with the Stars, Jay. I'm just saying.
Right, he did.
He did just win that. So he was getting some more recognition, right? There were some rumors even about him potentially coming back to the NBA. He was still kind of young. He's only 32, right? He just turned 32.
Right.
And he played in 21. But like Damon said, why is he carrying a magazine with no gun?
I don't understand that either. Why do you have a magazine and no weapon?
With no gun?
That makes absolutely
that don't make sense either. And also, too, like you said, that's a lot. That was a lot of pot he was carrying on. It wasn't like it was just, a little bit. It was a lot.
Bro, you
I don't
ever
get
seen
it, man.
how much weed 6 ounces is a good bag of?
Right.
I mean, that's a hefty. I mean, that's almost. I mean, that's a felony. I mean, that's not even a misdemeanor amount of pot. That's just straight felony amount of pot. And then you throw the bullets and the magazine in there, and that's just like double jeopardy. And this man gonna be getting some jail time. He ain't walking away from this one.
It is a felony, right? It is a felony in Texas, and yeah, it's a lot, man. So I mean, he was going back
having a pot. I mean, even if you just took the pot away from it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you took the pot away from it, the loaded magazine is enough to go to jail on or go to prison on or whatever. I mean, Frankie, what's up, brother?
There he is.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up, bro?
I hear some music in the background. I know he's having a good time right now.
I'm on a podcast right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, there we are.
Podcast. What's up, y'all?
Hey, what up, Frankie?
Tell me sucks, and the Patriots suck.
Oh my God. So yeah, what's up, guys? What's going on?
We're talking.
He's a soon-to-be groom. I'm at a bachelor party. He's a soon-to-be groom. He's an Eagles fan. I feel really trash to be
an
here
Eagles
right now.
fan.
I know. I feel really.
Have you talking about Jalen Hurts to him all night?
I did say we were playing cornhole, and I did say he throws like an Eagles. Always missing his targets. But right now I'm going inside to the bachelor party so I can say what's up to the fans. I can never miss a podcast, and I got to chill with my other Patriot brother because I'm chilling with another Patriot brother in the living room watching the Yankee game. But what's going on, guys? I'm a little Jay Mclovin right now. As you can see, I come in with no hat. I'm hot. I'm sweating. Bachelor party, man.
You guys got a damn bachelor party, and I didn't see no strippers, no females. I just saw a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, Jay, we got to keep it like, man, we're all married and we're trying to keep it professional for
Oh,
our women. We're trying to keep it professional. We would do the strippers, Jay, but we don't want to smell like sweaty booty up in
man,
here.
I don't
It's
know.
already enough. It's
Hey,
already enough.
hey,
It's
hey,
already
hey,
enough sweaty booty in here.
hey, but maybe some of the dudes over there are
Oh, the
strippers.
strippers are
Maybe y'all
here.
go that
Never mind.
direction.
Oh,
He just came in and the strippers are here. We in there. We coming. I don't know, guys.
Man, hey, listen, hey, I'm sure you're having a good time out there. Hey, by the way, your Yankees are losing 1-0 to the Cards.
I'm watching. I know, and you know what? It's really
Don't
sad
worry,
because we're
though.
going
Hey,
up.
my Astros are losing 4-1 to the Guardians right now. So, hey, it is what it
it's
is.
just yeah.
Yeah, but you know what, Jay? It's something. It's different for us because we're facing Jordan Montgomery. They got Jordan
Oh,
Montgomery
you're
on the
right.
mound for the Cardinals, and it just hurts
It's
to see Jordan
personal.
Montgomery. Yeah, Jordan Montgomery's pitching really great against us, and I see why. We traded him right at the very last second of the deadline, and he's just showing off his skills, and
Oh yeah,
it's
you hear
embarrassing.
that? Why does it feel like that always happens though? Like
It
Hey,
always
let me ask you
happens.
a good
a question,
90% of the
Fred.
time that happens.
Hey, I'm asking you a couple. Now, listen. Right now, if it stays status quo, you lose, I lose. I'm a half a game behind you. But both of us are around damn near 4 games behind the damn Dodgers.
The Dodgers are. I feel like the Dodgers have an easy schedule right now. Playing, I mean, they're playing great against first against the San Francisco Giants, sweeping them, and now playing great against the Padres. I mean, I thought it'd be a all fight now that they got Juan Soto over there, but now they're playing against the Padres and they shut them out yesterday.
Bro, they did more than shut them out. They blew them out 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about a statement game. That was a statement game.
Like I said, I said it, man. Gonsolin's looking. He's
Go
wanting
ahead,
that
bro.
Cy Young.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Thank you.
Hey,
Sorry.
so what is your thought
No, you're
process
good,
now
bro.
on Kershaw going on the IL for what I think Logan was saying was 4 to 5
About-
starts?
Yeah, about
It's
2-3 weeks.
That's a smart move for the Dodgers. I mean, it's the only best thing they could do. Clayton Kershaw is their ace guy, right? And you want that guy to be fully healthy come playoff time. I mean, like you said, Jay, they're about 4 games above both the Yankees and the Astros for best record in the baseball. And sorry, shut up, Sean. There are 4 games right now over both the Yankees and the Astros. So I mean, they're in a comfortable spot right now, and all they need to do is worry about the future and postseason. I mean, the next person close to them is the Dodgers, and they're about like 12 games behind or 13 games behind now. That with another win over them yesterday. So they got a comfortable lead in their division. They got nothing to worry about. It's best to rest them now and worry about him come postseason.
Well, you know what I'm worried about is number one, he had to be helped up off, like he was walking gingerly just to get off the damn mound. So my thought process is, yeah, I think he probably comes back, but you think they got to be putting some steroids in his back, some kind of painkillers to get him out of that, right? So number one, when he does come back, will he stay healthy enough to get through the postseason or get to the postseason? And then even still, how effective, with that back injury, how effective is he going to be? Is he going to be the Clayton Kershaw that we know, or is it going to be a limited version because maybe he's still going to be playing through some pain?
I feel like he might be a limited version because we're not seeing the Clayton Kershaw that we're used to seeing. I mean, a back injury and a back situation is really serious. I mean, Anthony Rizzo literally is going through it right now. He was in the lineup yesterday, but got taken out like literally right before the game started because he was feeling back spasms in his lower back. So back problems are always a situation. I feel like we're not going to see him very often this regular season, but once postseason come, Jay, it's all out, bro. You're going to need your pitchers to go in there. I mean, if his back's going to hurt, the Dodgers are just going to keep him in there because they're going to need him and worry about him after the game. So I say it's best to limit him come postseason because the Dodgers got a great bullpen. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can take him out 4 innings and then have another a solid reliever right after Clayton Kershaw. But come postseason time, they're gonna want to use that advantage, and I think it's best to just limit him. You don't want to ruin anything because what if you go to the World Series? That's when you want to
Exactly.
use him.
So, now we're talking about Amon Schubert, who was just on Saturday, July 30th, went through DFW security at 3:40 in the afternoon with 6 ounces of weed and a magazine with 14 rounds in it. Now, he didn't have a gun, but they got him on 14 rounds of ammo in a mag and 6 ounces of weed. How crazy, Frankie? So we just saw Griner go through with a couple of canisters in her vape with some cannabis. Now you got this guy going through an American, with 6 ounces of damn weed. That's a lot of weed, Frankie. I think you can just smuggle through a damn detector.
Yeah, this was Iman Shumpert.
Iman Shumpert, yeah.
That's insane. I mean, you literally everybody in the world is going on and seeing what's going on with Brittany Griner, right? I mean, she just got sentenced to 9 years in Russian jail, and then you go out and do this. It's utterly stupid. Utterly stupid. I understand you're not with a basketball team or nothing like that, but it's stupid. For one, why would you go with a loaded magazine? That's
right.
retarded.
That's what no one really understands is why he had the magazine, but also no, you know what I mean?
Right, and then even going and then even seeing the Brittany Griner stuff, you want to go ahead and try and take marijuana through a report. That's just retarded.
And a good amount too. A good amount too.
It's really stupid. And then before that, if it wasn't even Iman Shumpert, it wasn't even the Brittany Griner. It was also Montrell Harris. I mean,
Harrell, yeah.
Montrell Harrell, yeah. Like everybody's forgetting what he got through.
He's in hot water.
Why can't these guys, like I was saying, why can't they just overnight mail it to wherever destination they're going to?
Well, I mean, they can do that. But it's also, you never know when you're gonna get that mail. That mail can always say it's gonna come one day, and then what if it never comes at all? If it's really strong marijuana, like you could smell through whatever you put it through. I mean, who not say that the package handler is gonna open that and go ahead and stop, Sean. Open the package and go ahead and take that from him. Now he's out a couple of ounces of marijuana.
Yeah, and then the thing with Harold,
Iman Shumpert got arrested for marijuana and a loaded handgun in an airport. Sorry, everybody's asking me what we're talking about.
And then so Harold was arrested. He was driving on some interstate, and he had, I think it was 3 pounds in his car. Like, bro, y'all are professional players. Y'all are NBA players making millions. Come on. There's got to be another way. Or just don't do it,
Get them out there. How do you hide that? How do you hide 6 ounces going through the damn airport?
You don't. Especially not when it's strict as security is, Jay. We all know how strict it is now.
I mean, at best, what I'm saying is, at best, you might be able, if you're a good keister, you might be able to keister maybe 2 ounces. I don't know. But 6
Jordan Montgomery right now is being checked with the manager and trainer. I don't know what's going on. He might be getting pulled. They're just waiting.
You cursed him.
I hope I did, but they're waiting to see right now. He's throwing some practice pitches.
He said, I hope I did.
I hope he needs Tommy John.
What's up next, Jay? What's our next topic?
Yeah, moving on. Patriots.
Yes, perfect timing.
It really is.
Yeah, I'm so
Patriots
drunk, guys.
play
Right now.
calling a disservice to Jones. So, Frankie, here's
wait, what? What the hell? What?
Hold on now. Hear the whole conversation out. What they're basically saying is how can they really continue to develop Mac Jones when Patricia, Judge, even Bill Belichick, neither one of those are offensive-minded guys. They're all positional guys. Like, I think Judge was special teams. I think he was maybe linebackers.
He was special teams and wide receiver.
But
he was wide receivers coach.
But what I'm saying is these guys are not – they're trying to do a development by committee, but none of these guys are the kind of guys that are going to develop Jones or get him better, in my opinion. I think they're going by too much of that committee stuff, and instead of having one voice, and at least have a qualified voice. Somebody who has offensive coordinator or even quarterback, building, skill sets to where they can help him. I don't think Judge is going to help him. Look what Judge did with New York. He had to do crap with New York. I mean, they were barely even alive on the offensive side of the ball. You can look at the Lions the same way with Patricia. Very, very, low on the offensive side of the ball. And these
Jay, you named
guys that you want taking your prize quarterback and trying to get him to the next level. I don't see that happening, Frankie.
Well, Jay, for one, you mentioned two of the worst franchises in history of NFL, the Giants and the Lions. Yes, I said it. I might be a little bit, a couple Coronas and a couple alcohols in, but hey, the Giants have not looked like the Giants of old. They look like Giants that we don't even recognize anymore. They look like the new Lions, basically.
Ouch.
Yeah, I said it. I don't care. I don't care. Let them hurt. Let all those Giant fans cry. I say it with pride. And with I think it's a little challenging, and I do agree with some of what you're saying. I mean, having Matt Patricia now be the play caller and not us having a offensive coordinator, that just goes to show for me that Bill Belichick is going to have the final say, right? He's going to have it. He's going to hear what Matt Patricia says, and if he doesn't like what the play is, he's going to obviously overrule him and make up his own play because that's what Bill Belichick does. But I want to see a new Mac Jones. I want to see Mac Jones go on the field and take over and do what Tom Brady used to do. If he sees a defense on the field that he knows that he can outbeat or knows that they're not in the right position, go out there, change the plays, and do a play call where you see what's fits best for you. Because when you're a quarterback and you're on that field, the coach isn't on the field to throw the passes. It's Mac Jones and the quarterbacks that throws the passes. So I mean, I want to see Mac Jones be start being the leader on that team. And I feel like that's what Bill Belichick's also trying to do. He wants to see if Mac Jones is going to lead that team. I mean, because he didn't assign an offensive coordinator. He still didn't assign a defensive coordinator. And I kind of like that in the Patriots. Like we don't need nobody with a big name. We're gonna just have this guy be a play caller. And if Bill Belichick doesn't like it, I know he's gonna come in and make the final call.
I'll tell you.
Oh my God.
Two reasons why it's not going to work. Number one, they did that in 2010, not having an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator with Brady, and they lost. They didn't get the Super Bowl that year, and then he went back to having an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and then they were fine. So that's one reason why I don't think this specific strategy is going to work for him even this year. Secondly, Bill Belichick had Josh McDaniels really, developing Jones. And that's really where, Belichick was able to thrive and succeed because Belichick isn't an offensive guy. He's a defensive guy. And he's an overall, strategist guy. But, he's not a specific quarterback developmental type of guy. That's not his wheelhouse. And the one guy that was helping him and getting him where he needed to be to where he didn't have to worry about that was Josh McDaniels. And now he's gone. So I think not having Josh McDaniels is going to expose, this team a little bit on that offensive side. And
Hell no.
A little bit on
Hell no.
Quite as much on Mac Jones' development.
Hell no. Hell no. And I say that even if I wasn't drunk. You want to know why? Because when Josh McDaniels went out to become the Denver Broncos head coach, the Patriots were still having winning seasons. We still have winning seasons.
But who was their quarterback? I mean, who was their offensive coordinator?
We didn't need one at the time. Bill Belichick was the final play caller.
Coordinator. The only time they didn't have an offensive coordinator was back in 2010 when they went up against, I think they were playing the Giants, if I'm not mistaken.
We played them in 2011.
2011, yeah. Who was in 2010? Was it the Steelers and Cardinals? Was that it?
Steelers and Packers.
Oh, you're right. Packers.
I could be off. I could be off 1 year, but I'm saying it was
right. I get what you're saying.
Frame, about 2010, 2011.
I got you. It's interesting. This doesn't. I mean, how often does this happen when teams don't have don't name coordinators? I'm not sure, but like you said, it's not the first time that this has happened. For me, I think it's a testament to how kind of little that Belichick trusts these guys to say, we're not going to give you official titles. It still runs through me. I'm still the head coach, and I still run this place. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, I mean, as experienced as he is, we all know what all he's done. I can understand that. And like Jay said, for quarterback development, I mean, he had Tom Brady for 95% of his career. He had Cam Newton and Hoyer and now Mac Jones and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to see how this happens. And hey, if I'm Joe Judge, if I'm Patricia or whoever else on that coaching staff, and if the Pats don't have a good game, say, hey, don't blame me. I'm not the official title for this. Look at the coach here. That's what I'd be doing. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And
I think that's what it is. I think we don't have that one specific position. It's going to be a little bit of that, like who's really to blame type of thing.
Yeah, and we'll see if Mac Jones can continue on the good year he had. Obviously we know he had a really good year last year for his rookie season, over close to 4,000 yards, pretty good record, 10-7, and a really good completion percentage overall at 67%. And they've added Devontae Parker. They got Tyquan Thornton in the draft, who's a good one. And I think that I think Mac Jones has some good potential to him. I do. I don't, as long as the O-line can keep him upright, and as long as the running back tandem of Stevenson and Harris can help him out whenever he needs it to, I think he can still have another good year. But like you said, though, if he falls off, if he takes a dip this year, you could potentially look at this change, and you could probably point it to why he would have a down year. But if he has a good year, or a very similar year to last year, I would say screw it,
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I get what you're saying. And I guess that's what we're going to see, I guess, more as, number one, I guess we're going to see more of that as training camp goes along and we get closer to the season. We're going to see what he's doing in those preseason games that he plays in. So we'll see a little bit of that. And then, of course, we'll get into the season more. So we'll see where Mac Jones is at that point. One thing we do know about Mac Jones is he did lose a little bit of weight, didn't he, Frankie? He would lose about 30 pounds.
I'll tell you, looking good now.
He lost about 30 pounds, and
that man laid off the mac and cheese. He got him some cauliflower.
Hey,
he had
a
broccoli
coming
to
into
the
camp
cheese.
in better shape, right? So that's already is an improvement. That he's coming back, a much more in shape quarterback than what he was last year. Not that he was bad last year, but he's definitely 30 pounds is a lot for a man to lose. So we'll see how that plays out in this upcoming season. So, hey, real quick, before I guess the final thoughts I did want to kind of talk about was Matt Stafford's elbow is giving him issues. They said it's kind of the same thing. The stiffness in the elbow is what pitchers go through, and if that's the case, how is that going to pan out for the Rams?
I hope it pans out terribly. Terribly.
I mean, do you guys think that this is going to be a big issue coming into the season?
Hell yeah! Who's their backup?
I got no clue.
Exactly, Logan. If Matt Stafford is hurt,
their current backup right now is a man that will be feared by many. John Wolford.
Yeah, he's
remember
terrifying.
His name. But
that's like somebody named Corey Dickerson over here in the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's weird though, Jay, because they say that this elbow injury is something that a lot of pitchers get in baseball. It's not really an NFL or quarterback type of problem. It's more of a baseball issue. So it said that they've been looking at specialists in that field to try and help out. So I don't know what happened.
Right.
But it's not a good sign. I mean, I'm not saying it's the end of the world or nothing, but obviously they're going to take it light on him. He's not going to probably get much preseason snaps. He probably don't, you don't really need him. He's older, and they need him if they want to win this year. There ain't no way around it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bigger problem for me is you brought in a new receiver in Robinson. And how are they going to develop chemistry when he's not able to throw him the damn ball at any point during training camp? It's gonna, he's not going to be throwing much in training camp. So how are these guys going to develop a chemistry, to be successful even in the season?
Why do we care? Why do we care? Who cares? Look, that's what I'm talking about. Domingo from how have you say your name? Herman, you motherfucking strike him out. But who cares? Who cares, Jay? We want these guys to be hurt. We don't want the Rams to be 100 so that they can win another Super Bowl. Because let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, guys. If they were 100%, they are threatened to win another. Hey, what? Oh, if they were 100% to be healthy, then they would definitely be a threat to win the Super Bowl again. But as long as Stafford got a banged up elbow and he don't have a good connection with his wide receiver, who gives a damn? Those fake Ram fans, Jay? Come on. You should be like, man, I want these guys to be hurt. That's a better chance for the Cowboys.
I'm really fine with them going down the toilet. I'm just asking the questions about the team, man. I don't like the Rams. I personally could care less about them. So it's great. I hope they do go down.
I found an article here talking about it, Jay. So it said that Stafford did practice Saturday, or so I guess earlier today, and said he threw a couple of deep throws and looked pretty fine. Said he was a little bit sore. He said we're working through it. He feels good overall, and he's just trying to be smart with it. Pretty much is what he's been doing. He said Stafford says he feels like he can still go week 1 and still do as many reps as he can. But he did not go into detail about what really it was. He just said something that's irritating him. So it might just be a nagging injury he's got to deal with, for maybe the whole season. Who knows?
He needs Tommy John.
I mean, he did have elbow surgery in the offseason, right? Or last year. John. So I wonder if that's happened before.
I just got to believe that if I'm Sean McVay, I'm like, hey, look, man.
I'm praying.
hey, I'm like, hey, Matt, hey, get your shoulders straight. Look, all I really want you to do in this training camp is just work out with Robinson. Just get that little chemistry down with him because I already know you got a Cooper Kupp. I know you're good there.
Get with Jefferson, you're fine.
Hey,
just get Robinson, you're fine.
Hey, you and Robinson, y'all just be best friends and get this crap together. So we'll, and I'm just gonna limit him to working, with just that one guy, and then let's go.
Allen Robinson's chomping at the bit, man. As talented as he is with the lack of quarterback play he's had in his career.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this could be the next resurrection of his damn career.
Oh, 100%.
Fucking shower. Holy shit. This is a nice shower.
I love it.
Frankie's on House Hunters right now.
Yeah, this is a nice fucking house, guys. This is a nice house.
Oh, we don't like.
Hey, that's what happens when you eat edibles. And hey, that's what happens when you eat edibles.
Edibles? I'm not even on edibles.
Beer or whatever it is they're drinking. Hey.
I'm not even on edibles, Jay. I'm smoking straight marijuana. I'm smoking straight marijuana.
Hey, listen, another thing is, so I see that the Panthers have still yet to name their QB1. So Baker's there, and they still have not named a QB1. So that means Darnold's name is still in the mix. How jacked up are the Panthers going to be this year when I guess apparently Baker's not really making that much of an impression for them to say, QB1?
I'm going to tell you what, Jay. The Panthers are still going to be fighting with the Falcons for that 3rd and 4th spot in the East. Come on. Or sorry, in the South. They're not doing nothing. This team's too nice.
The Panthers are still a team?
Yeah, somehow, yes.
Oh.
Come on, they got Sam Darnold.
Just enough together to call themselves a team.
This team ain't doing nothing this year. I mean, Matt Rule, he's got to do something if he wants his job. McCaffrey, he's a fantasy lover. He's a fantasy owner's best dream and worst nightmare. And it's just, it's rough, man. It is rough for Carolina.
Man, I'm telling you. And again, it just says, I just really kind of figured when Baker went there, I figured, they'd probably be in line to put him at the QB1. But the fact that
I'm cool with the battle, though. I'm fine with watching some battles play out during the preseason games. I'm cool. I'm all for it.
Look, how the hell can you let Darnold put you in a position that he put him at QB1? I mean, they're saying that Darnold is as good as you. Are you serious?
I mean, if you look at the clips. Look, man, I'm just saying, if you look at the clips on Twitter every day, that they always show the completions and not the incompletions. They look very similar.
I mean, not only that, Jay, also got to remember, before him and Christian McCaffrey went down with injuries, they started off 3-0. They were looking like a pretty good team.
They were one of the best teams in the moment, and then injuries killed them.
Yeah, I think Christian McCaffrey has become the new Saquon Barkley at this point.
Once you flip that?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, in terms of he can't stay healthy. He'll give you a couple of games, like you said, and then he's done. He's out for the year with injury.
I know we were talking about Mac Jones looking great, bro. Saquon looks like he was just chiseled from stone. I saw a picture on Twitter. That man is like, I don't remember. He probably had a carb in like 2015, and that was the last time. Jay,
Right.
dude is absolutely shredded. I don't know how he keeps getting injured the way he looks.
You want to hear funny? You want to hear something funny? I got 2 Bill fans here, and I rub it in their face. Yeah, I rub it in their face that they can't win shit, right? I got this guy, right? He's like, well, this is the year, man. This is the year we have the team. Yeah, I look at him and I say, if you guys do not win the fucking Super Bowl, you guys are a bust franchise. A bust franchise.
They don't have a running back.
They still got a Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean Singletary. I don't know.
Bills still don't have a running back.
They
Their
can
leading
improve.
rusher literally is Josh
Jay.
Allen.
Jay, I'm glad you said that because I said the same exact thing. And you know what they brought up? They brought up the person that they drafted, Devin Cook's brother, James Cook.
No. Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, look, man. I guess they're clinging to a lifeline. So okay.
And this is before the alcohol's hit.
Hey, y'all must have got some of them good shrooms. Hey, tell them to stay away from clowns.
Oh my God. Oh, we're playing beer pong right now. I'm waiting for my turn to be up.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So yeah, I checked. Singletary and Allen pretty much had somewhat similar numbers last year. Singletary had just a little bit more yardage, 870 and 7 touchdowns. Josh Allen 763 with 6 scores. So they're pretty much the same player. When you look at it.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, they don't have a running game. That's only if you ask what the weakness is to the Buffalo Bills is their running game. And I think that was evident when they played against the Patriots, when the Patriots, couldn't throw the ball for crap in that weather, but yet they were able to run the ball. And I mean, I think that was evident that they just did not have a running game.
I mean, James Cook is all right. I mean, he did his thing at Georgia, but I mean, we know that Zeus was the real good running back there.
I don't think that Cook is going to be just a stud coming out of college like his brother was. I mean, come on.
Well, no, I'll get that one is, but we'll see if James could duplicate. I ain't sure yet. He ain't played a snap, so we'll see. All right,
yeah, folks. All right, hey, we're at final thoughts. Logan, actually, Frankie, I'm going to start with you. Frankie, what are your final thoughts other than your spot in beer pong is coming up and you're praying to God there's room doesn't hit in the 5
he's
seconds.
not the Michael Jordan this.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Michael Jordan this shit. I'm about to Kobe Bryant this shit. I'm about to Shaq these motherfuckers. They don't even know what's going to happen. All right? I'm about to turn into fucking a Kareem Elijah Wan. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go off on these motherfuckers.
Kareem Elijah Wan, a brand new one.
I don't even know if that's a
He's
player,
making them up.
Logan. And I'm putting 2 people into 1. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go insane on these guys, even though I lost the first game. But
All right, you bounced back.
You bounced back. I'm gonna come back and win it. No, but I hope you guys have a good weekend. I will hope to be back Tuesday. I don't know if my brain will be functioning by then because I'm here till Monday morning.
Oh,
so
we'll see.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
a maybe.
Yeah, that's a huge maybe. But I will be watching the Yankees game like I am right now. 2 outs, runner on first. Josh Donaldson is on the plate, and hopefully we can turn this around and take the lead because they took Jordan Montgomery out. So that's a bullshit call. These umpires got to. I swear to God, Jay, these
umpires are paid off, aren't they?
Yeah, these umpires got something, man. This is insane. But hey, you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys when I see you.
What's the deal with the fantasy football? I know you were wanting to talk about some fantasy football last
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was able to get back into it. I will get the link ready to roll. So anyone who wants to join, we don't have a date set for a draft or anything yet, but anyone who wants to join, we will put the link out on Tuesday's show, and we'll have it for every show for a week or 2, whatever amount, until we get a certain amount of players, and then we'll get the draft ready. We'll get that set once we get all the players in. But yes, on Tuesday we will have the link set out for our fantasy league.
All right, there you have it.
Yes, Damien, you can come in our fantasy.
Yes,
league.
you can join, Damien. So we'll on the bright side, though, we all get chances to either get at him or he can maybe draft a stud team. I don't know. Can he get Trubisky? I just pray to God, Damien. We'll give you him at the last pick. You can have him, just as a joke.
Like honorary pick. Hey,
yeah, but say.
Hey, listen, Damien. In order for you to be able to come into the fantasy football, I need to see a video with you announcing your top 10 wide receivers
Oh,
in your Mitchell Trubisky voice.
no, I just need him announcing all of our picks. What do you mean?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
David could be our.
That.
He'll be our announcer. He'll be the one announcing all the picks on the show. We'll do that. And we'll get it set up. But yeah, on Tuesday we'll get it going.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be amazing. What a time!
It was great last year.
Want me to strip? You guys want me to strip? All right, I'll strip. Hold on, I got you guys.
We are now at Unscripted After Dark, Jay.
Yeah,
bro, you guys don't even understand.
This is the part of the show where Facebook kicks us out. Where ASAP is no longer affiliates with us.
Wait, what happened?
Only Foxborough Frankie.
What's going on? Oh shit! I'm mute. I thought I was muted this whole time. I thought I hit the mute button.
No, you were not muted. We heard everything.
Oh well, I'm stripping over here, guys. Fuck it. You guys heard it.
Go have a good time and go sink some balls in some red Solo cups.
Oh, I'm gonna sink balls in something.
All right, and with that, Jay, that's gotta be how we end it.
That's enough of my final thoughts. Hey, folks, next show Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and again, check the Facebook page on Facebook for those links. And I'm sure Logan, when we do our show Tuesday, he'll probably put the link in the group chat if you don't see the page. And get us out of fantasy football. Let's go. And there's Frankie, the one-eyed monster.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like